Hello everyone, this is Shiv Ganesh, lecturer in zoology, MR College, Vijayanagaram. Today I am going to discuss the topic genetics. In this topic, firstly I am going to discuss the history of genetics. In this genetics 1 topic, I am going to discuss the history of genetics, which means the eminent personalities and scientists who are related to the genetics I am going to discuss now. Here the slides of genetics 1 and also the next slide history of genetics. Okay, look at the images once. Okay, this is the first slide, genetics 1. This is second slide, history of genetics. Here I have put two genetics who are very famous in genetics. First one is Gregor Johann Mendel, and also second person is T.H. Morgan, Thomas Hunt Morgan. Okay, we are going to discuss this history of genetics. First, we should observe the origin of the term genetics. So, it is stems from the ancient Greek word genetikos, meaning genitive or generative, which in turn derives from genesis, meaning origin. So finally genetics means origin. So it explains about the origin of the particular species. Okay, that is genetics. Next, the branch of biology which deals with the explanation of the phenomena of heredity and variation is named as the genetics. Okay, here the two terms were introduced, heredity and variation. Heredity, which means the transmission of characters from parents to their progeny. I mean, one generation to the next generation. That is what heredity. Variation, which means the differences among the species. I mean, different morphological characters. So all these are discussed in this genetics. The term genetics was first coined by the scientist Bateson in the year 1906. Next, Johann Mendel, he is a famous genetist. He was born in the year 1822 and was admitted to Augustinian monastery of Saint Thomas in Brunn, Austria in the year 1843 and took the name Gregor. So hence we are calling Mendel as Graham Johann Mendel. Okay, there Mendel worked as a teacher of mathematics, Latin and Greek. Okay, how great he is, because the only one subject he is not only expert in one subject, mathematics, Latin and Greek, all these were taught by Mendel. Okay, his passion we are observing here. Next, from 1851 to 1853, Mendel attended the University of Vienna, where he studied physics and botany. Again, he is very, very great. At the age of 32, he became a substitute teacher at new type of secondary school at Brunn, where the science faculty was expected to do research. For example, if some person or some teachers they goes to do their research, then some teachers are appointed temporarily So he was appointed temporarily as substitute teacher. Using the monastery garden, he began to experiment with garden P from 1856 to 1863. So observe these years, how many years he had been spending to do his research. So such a passion we have never seen. Next slide. In 1865, Mendel described his research in two lectures to the Natural History Society in Bonn. His work was published in a German scientific journal in 1866 as a paper entitled Experiments in Plant Hybridization. So it's very important. Although his paper was cited now and then, nobody grasped the fundamental importance of Mendel's work. In January 1884, at the age of 61, unfortunately, Mendel he was died of kidney and heart diseases. It's so sad. Greatest personalities and scientists, they were died of these kind of diseases. Anyway, we are appreciating their works, their contributions now also. So they are physically away, but they are always in our minds. They are always in our minds. Later, his work was recognized after 1900 with the works of Hugo de Vries, Karl Correns, and Erich von Schermark. They proved the experiments of the Mendel. Two cytologists, Walter Sutton and Theodore Boveri, shortly Sutton and Boveri, independently published papers linking their discoveries of the behavior of chromosomes during meiosis to the Mendelian principles of segregation and independent assortment. Shortly, we call it as the chromosomal theory. Sutton and Boveri chromosomal theory. Next, Graham Johann Mendel, known as the father of modern genetics or father of genetics, because the science genetics was born in his monastery garden. Hence, he is known as and he is called father of modern genetics or father of genetics. In early 1900, W. L. Johansen proposed the term gene. So, the term gene was coined by the scientist Johansen, denote the heredity. So, gene which denotes the heredity. Mendel referred to the gene as a factor or determiner. Many other scientists also conducted several experiments regarding this. Next, are you feeling bored? No, you should not feel boredom, because some of you may feel so this is not useful in competitive exams, or this is not useful in other academic aspects. So this is not done by me for the purpose of competitive exams as well as academic career. So the history of genetics or the history of any other sciences, we should know about the contributions of the famous personalities. That is a great tribute to their contributions. So without famous scientists, how can we do all our works and how can we study? So for example, if we are studying the law of inheritance, I mean law of segregation and law of independent assortment. So all these because of the contribution of the Mendel. So we should know about Mendel. So kindly don't feel boredom, pay attention. Okay, thank you. Okay, next. In 1904, T.H. Morgan began working as a professor of zoology at the Columbia University. Morgan started research in the field of genetics in collaboration with his students. Skull and East independently started work on inbreeding of maize. In the same year, American scientists Woodworth and Kessel found that the fruit fly Drosophila was the best experimental material for genetics research. Next, Morgan and his students used Drosophila extensively in their experiments. What are these ice cubes? Okay. And then in 1915 they published a book, the mechanism of Mendelian heredity, based on their researches. In the beginning of 20th century, a close link between cytology and genetics was discovered, leading to another branch of biology by name cytogenetics. So very, very important. Next, okay, funny image on the top, green color. Okay. It was realized that there was a close relationship between Mendelian inheritance on one hand and meiosis and fertilization on the other. This helped to realize that the study of inheritance can't be done independent of the study of cytology. Morgan was the first to put forward the concept of genes. So very, very important. So how greatest he is. Next, after the Second World War, I think 1939 to 1944-45. After the Second World War, important work was done in this field by Bedell, Tatum, Lederberg, Wenger, Corona, and others using microorganisms. It led to form the way for the origin of yet another branch by name the molecular genetics. Earlier to this, in 1928, Griffith's experiments on bacterial transformation probed into the secrets of the hereditary material itself. Okay, next. In 1944, Avery, McClelland, and McCarty showed that DNA was the hereditary material. The experiments of Hershey and Chase using radioisotopes P32 and S35 confirmed this experiment, which means DNA is the hereditary material. Several opinions were put forth by Emanuel Leblanc, etc., regarding the mechanism of protein synthesis. Brachet in 1941 told about the role of RNA in the synthesis of proteins. Okay, so what is the star? Okay, the shining star. Next, What is that? Okay, mango. Because of corona, we can't eat all these, so we are missing mangoes, all the fruits which are available in our nature. Okay, anyway, be careful. We should care ourselves. We should be in home only. Don't go away. Okay. Researchers of Pellade in 1952 established that the nucleic acids and proteins occupy a key position in the living system. In 1953, Watson, Crick, and Wilkinson suggested a double helix model of DNA with experimental proof. Until there are no evidences before the 1953, only these three personalities, Watson, Crick, and Wilkinson, they suggested the model, the double helix model of DNA. Role of DNA in transcribing genetic information to RNA, and RNA in turn participating in protein synthesis, was discovered by these three personalities. Hence, they got Nobel Prize for their discovery. Next, fish. Firstly, ice cubes, mangoes, fishes are coming into our slides. Okay, anyway, we are living together. The pioneering researchers of Nuremberg, Mathai, Corona, Wachau, etc., helped largely in understanding the genetic code. Corona succeeded in synthesizing the gene also. In vitro role of genes is synthesizing enzymes was clarified by Biddle and Tatum through their famous one gene one enzyme concept. So one gene one enzyme concept was discovered by these Biddle and Tatum. Working on Neurospora crusher, it became clear how genes act through enzyme. For the discovery of artificial gene, Corona got Nobel Prize in the year 1968. Okay, next. Penguin is here. Okay, it's also called bottle bird. It resembles a bottle, hence it is called bottle bird. Penguins. Okay, anyway. Benger gave the idea of splitting the gene further into cistron, muton, racon, etc. The operant concept advocated by Jacob and Monod. It's very important, students and my friends. Jacob and Monod, they advocated the concept in the year 1965, was significant in understanding the gene axon. After taking so many diversions and pathways, the science of genetics has emerged today into its latest field, the genetic engineering. Okay, next. Now genetics are busy in making recombinant DNA, rDNA, introducing it into the cells or bacteria to alter or modify the existing DNA there. This technique has resulted in opening the gates of yet another amazing field, the biotechnology. It's a trending technology now. It's a sciences. So what is this? I can't find students. Maybe it's molluscan. Okay, Xanthus. Okay, all these. Okay, next. Next, what next year? Okay, we have successfully discussed about the history of greatest personalities. So in my next class I'm going to discuss the law of inheritance which were made by Gregor Mendel. Okay, so take care, students and sirs and madams, take care, because corona is distributed all. So prevention is better than cure, it's a famous saying. So take care, just we should be in our home only. So keep watching. Thank you, one and all.